fellow Stickies, and this is our Dishonored game review, the second video that we've done over Dishonored, our first being the first look of Dishonored, which all of you loved. And surprise to everybody, the game audio and game video is magically fixed. I found out how to do it. I scoured through websites for hours, and then I finally figured out a solution to fix my Roxio software. And so that's good. That way I can present it to you guys in a non-South Park sounding video. By the way, before we get started, I wanted to say thank you to everybody for the all the support that we've had in Sticky Whiteboard Gaming so far. And I promise you, it can just only get better from here. So, to get started on Dishonored. Dishonored is by, if you watch the first look that we did, is by Bethesda and ZeniMax Media Inc. And it's a beautiful game. The art style on it is just wonderful. I always kind of liked, like, for example, BioShock Infinite, that 1800s feel / early 1900s feel. Man, I just love that look. And there's some steampunk in here, just like there was in BioShock Infinite. And Dishonored is just Dishonored. Bethesda I've always loved, and Dishonored definitely didn't let me down. I've played a lot more Dishonored now than, our first look, and I understand why it's won those 50 E3 awards. And won Best Show of E3. Just the trailer that they brought out for it, whenever Bethesda came up and was like, hey, we're going to show you our new video game, Dishonored. The cinematic they showed just rocked everybody's socks, and everybody just liked it. So, it's also by Arcane Studios. I didn't say that earlier. It's mature, so 17 plus. I have the Game Informer on Dishonored right here with me, and I've read it completely. I've read the review by G4, and I've read it by the, from countless other video game reviewers. And everybody's just giving it positive reviews. I haven't seen a single bad review. One thing that I do that's kind of a complaint, but I don't really like complaining that much, is the screen slowly turns right. Now, I'm not sure if that's my game, but I've tried it on 4 different controllers, all which work perfectly fine. And for some reason, the screen just slightly turns right. And I mean, it's not that annoying, but when you're trying to snipe somebody with a crossbow, it kind of gets in the way. So if that has happened to you guys, please post that in the comments, and then I'll definitely check that out, because I've seen some people complaining about it. Maybe it's just a glitch in the game or something with Xbox. But on the back of the Dishonored case, it says, a city unlike any other, sorry. Dunwall is the city that it's in, and Dunwall is a, fictional city. But Dunwall is beautiful. All the buildings in it just look absolutely fabulous. All of them look handmade. They don't look, randomly generated buildings like any, amateur YouTuber can do. And as you saw, I just slid into a door, missed the opening there. The supernatural abilities, I've used only a couple of them, but a lot of them seem interesting in theory, but they don't prove as interesting as you think they'd be. Like Blink, I thought there'd be a lot more options for Blink than there is. But sadly, Blink is strictly for teleporting, which that's what the ability says. I was just hoping there'd be a little bit more in-depth, into the game, kind of like Batman Arkham City, which I'll be doing a review on later this week. And I was hoping that, there'd be kind of like the Riddler question marks that you can do, those little Easter eggs, those fun things to get 100% completion. And I mean, while there's some that I've seen, there's definitely not enough as much as I love the game, how much I would have liked there to be in it. Also on the back of the case it says, action with meaning. Move like a ghost or leave a path of destruction. Your approach will decide the outcome of each mission. And that's definitely true. You might fail some missions, and you might, completely succeed in other... Well, not fail missions, sorry. You might not necessarily do them in the, quote-unquote, correct way, the goody two-shoes way. That's like how some people like to play it, and it's pretty fun. You can kill basically anybody, as you'll see later in the video. I kill a man named Slackjaw, and I wasn't necessarily supposed to kill him because he wasn't a bad guy, but it's something I wanted to do, and killing him was not a mistake. It just, you couldn't do his special little mission, but it's just something that I chose to do. And on to the next thing about Dishonored, the weapons. There's not too many interchangeable weapons, but the weapons that it gives you are pretty fantastic. Like, for example, the sword that you get at the very beginning of the game is a retractable type sword. You pull it out. It's not that big, but I mean, most of the swords in the game aren't big at all. They're more of a one-hander sword that's actually used for two hands. The mask that you have that you see, at all the loading screens is like a ghost type mask from Call of Duty, and it allows you to zoom in on your targets, and it just makes you look quite ominous. I'm about to fight some other assassins right now, and they actually have magical powers. They'll dodge my attacks. They'll kick me. They're way harder than the average bear. And there's actually an achievement to assassinate one of them, which I was going to try to do because earlier in the video I saw one of them up on that ledge. But unfortunately, I could not teleport to them fast enough. There's also the spring traps, which I just used to disassemble the assassins, as it were. And that's just one of the many little traps or throwables that you can set. It's a lot like Skyrim in the fact that you can throw pots and pans and, some random objects that you just want to throw, rather to stun or to kill. But the looting system I'm showing you right now, you can loot quite a bit of things in the game. From health to ammo to weapons to upgrade pieces, countless other things, and they all just feel unique. Like, none of the parts, it's not like all cookie cutter. Like, everything is literally the same. There's only 4 objects you can find. No, there's like 60 of them. And, it's kind of hard to beat how, just how the nostalgia kicks in when, you can just run around, and while it's not actually a open world adventure, it's quite fun, just to collect things and throw things. But I just fell off the building there and died from falling damage. That just showed the ending, or not ending, the death scene, which most people who've played the game have seen, because I've died quite a bit of times in this game. And it says game over, the classic old screen, and it says, basically restart, load save, or quit. And it's okay for a death screen. I was hoping to be, kind of funny, or, something. When I die, I don't want it to be like, oh god, I just died, it's the end of the world. I want it to be like, that was fun. Let's try that again. So that's my look on Dishonored, everybody. I'm gonna give it 8 blinks out of 10, and this will be basically it for this video. Check out later today for another video. This is Sticky White Boy. Like for a cookie, subscribe for a cake. Peace out, everybody.